Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tati. For those of you that are new or don't know me, I recently graduated college from UCSC and I majored in psychology. Now that I graduated, I want to make videos about lifestyle, college advice, and anything in between. So for today's video, I am going to show you guys how I take notes on my iPad. I started using my iPad and became a paperless student my last year of college, and it really changed the way I take notes. So if you are contemplating in buying an iPad, or you already bought an iPad and are interested in learning how to take notes on it, this is what my home screen looks like. I have a image that says where there's a woman, there's a way. And here my school folder, I have all of the apps that I need for school, and Notability is the app that I use to take all of my notes. Here on the left side, you have all of your tabs, and on the right side, you have all of your notes. You can color code your tabs, which is really neat because I was a psych major and I really needed to differentiate each of my classes. And you can color code these, like I said, and you can name your notes as well. And I'm going to show you guys notes from one of my favorite classes, which was personality psychology, and this is basically what my notes look like for that lecture day. So the first tool here is the text tool. So basically you can type your notes on here if that's what you prefer. If you have an external keyboard, it would be very convenient to use it, but I personally didn't have one, so as you can see here, I'm typing very slow. And I didn't really use this tool, given that if I wanted to type, I would just use my laptop. But it's neat that they have the text tool. You can change the font, you can change the size, you can bold, italicize, underline. It's very neat, but I didn't really use it. Next is the pencil tool. As you can see here, I like to start my notes by literally titling them notes. I'm not creative at all, but if you are an artsy or creative person, this is totally your jam. But this was my only chance to try to be fun and creative with my notes, which I totally suck at. But what's great about the pencil tool is that it really mimics your handwriting, and also you have the option of changing the size of your pencil, and you have a lot of color options. There's plenty of color options, but if you don't like any that they have for you, then you can always create your own colors, which is really cool. Highlighter option, I like to use this to highlight important words and concepts just as you would with regular paper, pen, and highlighter notes. I'm just highlighting important words, like I said, but what's really cool about this highlighter is that you're able to change the thickness of the highlights, and you also have plenty of color options just like the pencil. And I also like to use this to have just fun with my notes and make them very colorful. The eraser tool is pretty neat because it gives you a whole and partial option, as you can see here. The partial option allows you to erase bits at a time. Say you made a tiny mistake or want to delete just a word or two, then you would use this option. But if you made a bigger mistake or want to delete a whole word or a whole sentence, then you would use the whole option. It just really makes your note taking that much easier. And let's be honest, if we are taking notes during a lecture and professor is going very quickly, we don't want to waste time erasing, so this just makes it less complicated. Okay, the scissors tool is genius. It's honestly my favorite tool. It gives you two options just like the eraser option. The first option is my favorite because it gives you free range, as you can see here. So it's basically a cut and paste. So I just cut that whole block and I'm going to paste it somewhere else on the notes. If I want to rearrange my notes, this is perfect. And the second option is more of a square, or a perfect square. It's very exact and precise. So if you want to cut very precisely, then you would use the second option, but you have to be careful because it can drag other words and letters that you don't want to be dragged around, just like I'm about to do right here. It's going to take the Y, and I don't want it to take the Y, so I'm just going to put it back in its place. But honestly, the scissors tool is also very convenient if you messed up or you want to rearrange your notes. Okay, and you have the cursor option, which allows you to tap it so that you ensure you don't make any markings on your notes when you are browsing with your Apple Pencil. Ability also has a voice recorder. This is a really cool tool to use during your lecture to record your professor, but obviously you want to get their permission first. Okay, now the fun stuff here. Here we have the media, which gives you a lot of options. One of them being that you can select any picture from your camera roll and paste them onto your notes. You can also search GIFs, which is totally a total must because I feel like it makes your notes that much cooler. Here I'm searching brain GIFs because we're learning about neurotransmitters and all that cool stuff. I'm going to select this GIF here, which is the monkey in Homer's head. If you've seen the Simpsons movie, you can totally understand how this is so relatable to college. Down here, I'm also just showing you some other cool GIFs I added to my notes and other images I've gathered from Google Images. And if you really want to enhance your notes, and it's a really good idea to search images that are related to your topic on your notes. For example, here I'm searching up neurotransmitter images, and you can select any image from there. So I'm going to select this one right here, and it's going to go directly onto my notes, and there you can edit it so that you can, crop it and delete all that, the black border stuff that doesn't go with your notes. So I already actually have this exact image on my notes somewhere. So there we go. That's what it looks like. Just to make it, I'm going to delete it just because I already have it. But just to make it much cooler and fun, I'm just going to highlight some borders around it. I'm going to choose this green and just add on to the border and also title it just to, make the notes nicer. So if you're anything like me and you're really slow at copying down your notes, or if you're too busy doodling around your notes, making them nicer, then the stickies would be really useful. I would use the stickies to mark placements or to remind me where I left off, or where I might have been confused with a certain topic, or where I specifically didn't finish, because most of the time I was really slow at copying down my professor's notes. So I would place a sticky wherever I left off and either put a question mark or say I didn't finish. That way I know to come back later on and either finish what I was writing or to try to understand the concept a little bit more. The stickies can also be used to create graphs or to create tables onto your notes. Another feature that I love is the option of having different papers. You have lined paper, you have graph paper, and you have dotted paper. I usually like to stick to the second line graph paper because it fits more with my writing. You also have plenty of color options as well. The black one is such a cool vibe because your notes really stand out, especially you can only use it with really neon colors, but it's really cool. I feel like it makes your notes pop and it just looks really cool. And lastly, you can also bookmark any specific pages in your notes, and it just makes it easier to navigate your notes. Okay, so if you are contemplating in buying an iPad, but you are not quite sure because you think you'll lose your notes in case that you damage or lose your iPad, you don't gotta worry because I was on the same boat. But Notability has a lot of different options, a lot of different ways that you can save your notes. I, for example, will use Google Drive. So as soon as I finished taking my notes in class, I would send them directly onto my Google Drive. And from there, they would literally be there forever, and I can easily access them and or print them because sometimes I like to have hard copies in my hands, especially when I was studying for midterms, so that way I would just easily print them. Okay guys, so this is how I take notes. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you guys are thinking of buying an iPad or you guys are searching for a note-taking app, then I would suggest Notability. It's super user-friendly, and I literally took 5 to 10 minutes to learn how to navigate the app and learn how to use it. So if you guys are thinking about an app, I would totally suggest Notability. It's definitely worth the price. It was about $10, and I know there's a lot of note-taking apps on the App Store, but go ahead and check them out. Whatever works best for you. But thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something.